So we know our output is 800 by 400, and we remember back to when we downloaded our texture swatch that it's 100 by 100. And that's all we need to set up our tiling values in the material editor. So M to bring it up. The sample slot in the upper left is selected, so that one's as good as any. Standard material, bling shader, all the defaults. We want to click on the map button on the diffuse color channel and then double click on bitmap in the material map browser. I put a second copy of that L-Gray 154 JPEG in the Scene Assets Images folder in the current project. Let's double click that. Now that puts us up on the diffuse color branch where we set how we want to tile our 100 by 100 background swatch over the face of our box. Since we set up our camera to make the 8-inch model dimension take up exactly the width of our image, and we set the output width of our image to 800 pixels, the math is dead easy. We need to tile the swatch 8 times horizontally and 4 times vertically, and we want the little check marks checked to enable tiling. It's hard to get an idea how the skin will look on a flat surface from looking at that ball in the sample slot. Let's just set the sample object to a square. Okay, well, let's do it. We drag the skin onto our box in the camera viewport, and the sample slot borders show we made a good connection. Let's hit Show Map in Viewport. Okay, the lighting looks pretty close already. Let's close the material editor and render one. From the rendering menu, pick Render. It's making sure we're okay with overwriting that first render we did when we were setting up our output settings. Let's say we don't need any more reminders with this check mark, and then yes to overwrite. Okay, that looks alright. I think it's a bit darker than that L-Gray 154 background at the moment. Let's lighten it up a bit, and then we'll switch back to Photoshop and do a check.